An ordinary girl with a dream.
Jessica Watson finally sailed into Sydney Harbor on her boat Ella's Pink Lady on May 15, 2010. She was completing her solo voyage around the world after sailing out of the harbor on October 18, 2009. She arrived safely in 210 days, just 3 days before her 17th birthday. The girl fell into the arms of her parents and siblings. Other people also welcomed Jessica warmly. In front of a huge, excited crowd on the Opera House steps, Prime Minister Kevin Rudd announced that Jessica is Australia's newest hero. To this compliment, Jessica replied,
"I don't consider myself a hero. I'm an ordinary girl who believed in her dream. You don't have to be someone special to achieve something big. You just have to have a dream, believe in it, and work hard."
Jessica's dream. As a child, Jessica took sailing lessons. When she was 11, her mother read a story to Jessica and her siblings. It was from Jesse Martin's book, Lionheart, A Journey of the Human Spirit. At that time, Jessica was deeply impressed with the story. She then dreamed that she would someday become a sailor like Jesse Martin, who was the youngest to sail solo around the world non-stop unassisted. In an interview with the Los Angeles Times, Jessica later said, "I wanted to challenge myself and achieve something to be proud of." As she set off on her voyage, there was much debate as to whether Jessica was too young to take on the challenge. Everyone was worried. Jessica's parents installed a special device on the boat to track Jessica's voyage from beginning to end. However, Jessica was certain that she could achieve her dream. The hard times. The first few months of the trip went well. The rest of the voyage was not a breeze, though. Jessica felt lonely as she was physically cut off from the world. Also, she had to face terrifying winds and mountain-high waves. She had to deal with lack of sleep, too. Now and then, she had to repair her boat and equipment. Cape Horn was a big challenge for Jessica. She passed the Cape on January 13, 2010, as her parents watched her sail through the area from a small plane above. 10 days later, she suffered 4 knockdowns in a merciless storm. The waves were over 10 meters high, and the winds reached nearly 130 kilometers per hour. Her boat and some equipment were damaged. On April 10, 2010, Jessica arrived in the Australian Economic Zone. Her parents flew over her again in a small plane to welcome her. Shortly afterward, Jessica suffered greatly from terrible weather. She was knocked down several times by towering waves. She had to strap herself to her bunk and put on a helmet to prevent injuries on the wild seas. Do compliments. Unfortunately, Jessica is not officially recognized as the youngest to sail solo around the world non-stop unassisted. According to the World Sailing Speed Record Council, she did not meet some requirements for the title. Jessica says it does not bother her at all, however. On January 25, 2011, Jessica was named the 2011 Young Australian of the Year for her fearless voyage. Is Jessica really just an ordinary girl? Jessica says,
"Sailing around the world was one project, but there are other little challenges, like just finishing school and learning to drive."
She sure sounds ordinary, doesn't she? From Jessica's blog. During her voyage, Jessica was connected with the world via the internet and her satellite phone. She managed to do homework and write on her blog occasionally. The entries below are taken from Jessica's blog.
March 30th, 2010. I have had to deal with bad weather for some time now. I'm getting closer to home. It's strange. The closer to Australia I get, the more I miss everyone. January 23rd, 2010. The waters are calm now. It was terrifying yesterday. I was lucky not to have been seriously injured despite 4 knockdowns. I'm glad the voyage is approaching the halfway mark. November 19th, 2009. Today I crossed the equator. I wanted to celebrate the occasion in the traditional manner, but I couldn't. It wasn't bad, though. November 3rd, 2009. I had no luck in catching fish, but there's always tomorrow. I completed the first English assignment and emailed it to my teacher. I later realized that it was next year's assignment.